This is on Antoine and Alvarez. Okay, I think we can get going. Oops. Okay, put the record. All right, I think we're going. All right, the court is calling cause number 2018 DCM 3141. This is a hearing on the motion filed by the Attorney General's office entitled a motion to modify and to confirm child support arrearage. The last parties, Mr. Lornell, I think you're still muted, so I need for you to unmute your device.
Is it? Can you hear me now?
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. The parties in this case are Lionel Antoine and Gabriela Alvarez, who are present before me on this Zoom application. And we're doing a Zoom hearing since we cannot appear in court due to the current pandemic crisis that's going on in our community. However, the Supreme Court of State of Texas, the Office of Court Administration, and the local Council of Judges permitted us to conduct our hearings remotely, and we're doing so on this Zoom application. Further, in compliance with the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, Texas Rules of the Supreme Court, this matter is being live streamed on the YouTube channel. That is to comply with the rules that we have to keep our courts open to the public. However, as soon as this hearing is concluded, then that live stream will be taken off the YouTube channel. Recording of this matter is being conducted on the computer-generated recording system. That is the official record of the proceedings here today. I'll ask parties to conduct themselves accordingly as if we're in court, and especially do not talk over each other, one person speaking at one time. So sometimes the audio portion may not work as well as it normally should. All those are the general rules that apply in every single case. I know parties have met with the Assistant Attorney General, and parties are present before me on purpose of a hearing for today. All that being said, then, let me have an announcement of counsel, Mr. Hargis from the AG's office. You proceed, sir.
John Hargis with Attorney General Child Support Division, present.
All right. And Mr. Lennell, you're ready to proceed today, sir?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Alvarez, you ready to proceed today, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. I'll ask parties to please raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Did I do?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Alvarez?
I do.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, you can lower your hand now. All right. Okay, Mr. Hargis, go ahead, sir.
The state asked the court to take judicial notice of the prior order entitled a corrected order establishing the parent-child relationship that was signed on September 10th, 2019, which ordered child support in the amount of $662 and medical support in the amount of $266 beginning 12/1/18.
All right, the court will take judicial notice of the underlying court order in this case, which was signed by the court back on September of 2019. It is in the court file and it does in proper form. So we'll take judicial notice of the 2019 court order. All right, go ahead, Mr. Hargis.
The state calls Ms. Alvarez.
All right, go ahead. She's been sworn in.
Please state your full name.
Gabriela Alvarez.
The name of your child
Victoria Isabella Alvarez.
and your child's age.
She's 3 years old.
And are you working?
Yes, sir.
And do you have health insurance available through your employer for your child?
Yes, sir.
And how much is it per month just for your child for the health insurance?
It's $341.11.
And do you have any other children on that plan?
No, sir.
Okay. And how much is it for the dental insurance just for the child per month?
It's 13 for the dental, I'm sorry, is 1388. I gave you the vision earlier, I'm sorry. But the dental is 1388 a month.
Are you gonna, on the child support arrearages that we discussed, were you in agreement with the arrearage amount of $6,432.33 for child support arrearages as of 3/31/21?
Yes, sir.
And the payment on that of $82 a month beginning May 1st, 2021?
Yes.
And were you in agreement on the medical support arrearages in the amount of $4,914.95 as of March 31st, 2021?
Yes, sir.
And a payment plan of $75 a month beginning May 1st, 2021?
Yes, sir. I do have a question though. What happens
Please
to,
wait.
okay,
Can you reserve your question for the judge after the hearing? Well, at the end of the hearing,
sure,
please.
no problem.
Are you asking the court to hold your information confidential on this order, such as your address and your workplace and those other type of information like that?
Yes.
And why is that?
Again, just because it's always been, I just don't know what, I guess what mood Mr. Antoine can be in. Sometimes it does go, it changes. Sometimes he's aggressive, but lately I do have to say that he's been the opposite of it. I guess just for now, I'd rather keep it that way to make sure that the consistency of him stays the same, that he is being polite and respectful. And
So if your information, like your phone numbers and workplace, were on that order, would it cause you some harassment or abuse, verbal abuse, anything like that?
it was just at the beginning, like I mentioned, when I first filed for the child support, where he was very aggressive on it, didn't want anything to do with my daughter, things he said, and throughout the first order, when it was finalized, he was very upset. The whole last name thing was, and to a point I understand, but the aggression was there and things were said that weren't very, I guess, nice or polite. And so at a point I did fear for our safety.
All right, thank you. Your Honor, other questions for Ms. Alvarez?
All right.
Me?
Go ahead.
The state, I don't know if we have, the state offers the updated payment record on this case. It's a state's exhibit number 1, which will indicate the arrearage amount on child support arrearages and medical support arrearages as of the end of March 2021.
Okay. All right, the updated financial report will be admitted into evidence.
The state calls Mr. Antone.
All right, go ahead. He has been sworn in.
Sir, please state your full name
Louis Antoine,
and the name of your child.
the one that live with me, or both.
The one that's before the court.
Victoria Arroyo,
And the age of your child.
3.
Okay. And are you working?
No,
When the last order was signed, were you back in 2019? Were you working back then?
yes, sir.
And where did you work back then?
U.S. Army,
And since then, you have retired or discharged from the Army?
discharge.
Okay. And currently, you're not working?
Not at the moment, sir.
Are you earning a benefit from the Veterans Affairs for disability?
Yes, sir.
And is that disability connected to your service with the military?
Yes, sir.
And what's the amount that you receive each month from the Veterans Affairs disability?
3,100.
And that's per month?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any other children that's outside this case?
Yes, sir.
And what's the age of the child?
11.
And what's the child's name?
Lugina Antoine.
And this is your biological child?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any health insurance available for your child through the VA for the child before the court?
Yes, sir.
You currently have health insurance available to the VA?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How much does it cost for the child?
For TRICARE, I pay 55. Dental, I pay 89 or 89 something. And then for vision, I pay 24.
Okay. Is that for both kids?
No, just for one, because I don't have the other information for my daughter to add it insurance.
The one child, Victoria, do you have health insurance available through the VA for Victoria, not the other child?
Oh, I don't have it right now because I don't have lack of
Because of what?
lack of information. What I need the birth certificate, Social Security to add her. What I need, but it's there for her.
Okay. So as of right now, you don't have health insurance and dental insurance through the VA for your child.
Is the insurance there for her, but lacking the paperwork I don't have, so she cannot receive the benefits.
And you need a birth certificate?
Yes, because she gotta add those things to the record for her. Birth certificate, Social Security.
Well, okay. So if for this one child, how much would it cost once they get the birth certificate?
I would pay $50 for the insurance right here. Like I said, I get the dental. You're gonna pay 89, and then for vision is 24. The same price I pay for my daughter.
So 50 for health insurance and 89 for dental.
Yes, and 24 for vision.
Okay. And that's just for the one, Victoria. That's how much it would
Yes,
cost.
yes.
And then there's a whole different amount for the other child you have? Or are they combined?
It's combined.
Okay. Are you in agreement for the arrearage amounts that I stated earlier with $82 a month for child support arrearage and then $75 a month for the medical support arrearage?
I can't be in agreement because like I said, I'm not really working on that, and I cannot pay that much money. That's why I was trying to explain it to.
Okay. Are you in agreement to allow Ms. Alvarez's address and personal information to be held confidential on this order?
Yeah, that's what she wants. That's fine with me.
Okay. Your Honor, right now, don't have no further questions for Mr. Antone.
Okay, any other evidence or testimony?
No, Your Honor. Just need a few minutes to make the calculation based on the information.
Okay, all right, let me have some follow-up questions. Ms. Alvarez, how is Victoria covered on health insurance at this time?
Excuse me. She's covered through my insurance, through work.
Okay, and your
It's a proven-
testimony is that it would cost you $341 or just health insurance for your daughter?
Yes, that's what I'm currently paying.
My question specifically is that's how much it would cost you to provide health insurance for your daughter,
Yes, sir.
and not anybody else, just your daughter.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any other children that are covered on your health insurance?
No, sir. She's my only child.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. You heard Mr. Antoine says that TRICARE is available, but for some reason he can't provide health insurance through TRICARE for Victoria. Is that your understanding also, ma'am?
Yes, I have provided him with the social security number, and I did tell him that he can file to get a copy of the birth certificate as well.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one follow-up question that I have for Mr. Antoine. Okay. All right. Thank you. Mr. Antoine, why can't you cover your Victoria on your health insurance TRICARE?
Because they want actually the physical social security. They don't want the copy. They want actually social security, and then they want the birth certificate, like everything's original, and plus my court order. She sent me the court order, but she didn't send me the birth certificate and then social security. I tried to do the whole. I intend to order the birth certificate, but it sent me a bunch of different websites. It's like a turnaround. And I didn't really understand the whole concept. I thought it would be easier. She send me the paperwork and then I file it and then I send it back to her. But I guess I don't know. That's why I think it would be easier. But what they need, they need the actual social security, birth certificate, and court order or opportunity test.
Well, don't you have the court order that finds that you're the father of the child?
Yeah, I mean, well, she sent me the court order, but like I said, I still need the birth certificate and the social security, like the paper.
Uh, all right. Well, I find that very strange that they would ask for that, sir.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. When you go to the website for deer, they want actually the actual paper. They don't want just the number.
Well, if there's a reason why you can't do it, then I'm going to order that Ms. Alvarez continue with the health insurance, and you'll be charged with the medical support for that child.
And like I said, sir, I want to do like I want to take care of my daughter. You know, I don't see what's it's not like I'm gonna keep the social security card for myself. I don't really need it. All I
Okay,
need
well, sir, it's already been more than about 2 years since the order was done, and you still haven't provided the health insurance for that child.
I
Mean-
ask her.
Meantime, currently, her child is covered on health insurance through mom, and that's the way it's going to be ordered by the court. Um, that other child that you have, sir, is that child live with you or
She live with me.
order to pay support?
She live with me.
Where's mom? Where's the mother?
Her mom went back home, and then she's supposed to come back, but she moved with her boyfriend somewhere in Kansas. So I just don't really get involved with this.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Wait, Mr. Hargis?
Hey, Your Honor, I would
Recommendation.
calculate child support, but I prorated the cost of the health insurance for Mr. Antone because he's got the two kids. So I took 9%, which is $279 a month based on the $3,100 that he said he earns through disability. So that I have that's $140 a month. And then the dental, she said it's $1,388.
Okay. You lost me there a couple of times, Mr. Hargis. Is the court order? Okay. The previous court order said that Ms. Alvarez provides the health insurance and medical reimbursement of $266. Tell me again what the recommendation is as far as the health insurance. Is mom going to provide the health insurance?
I was gonna say mom provides the health insurance, but I was wanting to instead of factoring in on the net resources for Mr. Antone, I was going to prorate it because he's got 2 kids. So that way it'd be, he's got the cost for 2 kids. So I wasn't going to charge him the full amount on the,
Okay.
on his reimbursement to Ms. Alvarez. So instead of the full 9%, I'd only charge him half because he's got 2 kids is what I was recommending. So I was going to make a calculation on child support based on that.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought, Mr. Antoine, you received $3,100 from the VA.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other income?
No, sir.
How long have you been receiving that VA?
I started January
January of this
this,
year?
this year, sir.
Are you taxed on that health, the VA benefit?
No, sir.
Okay. So you don't pay taxes, you don't pay, you're in North Carolina, do you have state income tax in North Carolina?
We don't pay tax to the VA.
So your income,
It's not my income. It's
no,
just
you don't pay tax? You don't pay tax, or your income is $3,100 a month?
it's not my income. It's for my disability.
Okay, sir. My question is, your income is $3,100 a month.
It's not an income because it's not because of work. It's just disability.
It's your income, right? That's the money that you receive,
Yes, pretty much.
and it is not taxed,
No, sir.
neither by a federal income tax or by
No, sir.
income tax.
No.
Okay, all right. Just trying to clear that up. So why, Mr. Hargis, $3,100 is not taxed?
The child support, Your Honor, that I recommend is $517 a month, and that's child support guidelines and factoring in the cost of the health insurance that he's going to be ordered to reimburse Ms. Alvarez. So I prorated his health insurance cost based on his 2 kids. So I recommend to order him to pay $140 a month to reimburse Ms. Alvarez for the health insurance and $7 a month for the dental insurance.
Okay, why is it prorated?
Because he's got the he testified he has a child at home that he's providing for.
But he's not providing he's not providing medical support for Victoria.
Okay, well then I can not prorate it then.
So wouldn't that be up to 9% of his income?
Yes, sir, it could be. I'll do it at 200. Give me just a second. I need to make another calculation.
Well, she's paying 341 health insurance for Victoria.
And 9% is 279 for the health insurance, and then
Okay, 279 health insurance. CP provides. Others provides health insurance.
and then
Dental, she pays 1388.
okay.
All right.
I have $491 a month, and that's for the 9% of his income for the health insurance, and then for the full $13.88 for dental. So that's
Okay, tell me again the medical support. What is a medical?
Can you say it again, Judge?
The medical support.
The medical support is $279.
Okay, that's what I have. Okay, all right. And the dental, I mean, yes, dental would be 1388.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. As far as payment on the arrearages, confirming the arrearages of March 31st, the payments recommended would be $82 and child support arrears and 75 on medical support arrears.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the recommendation. Ms. Alvarez, you wanted to bring up something on the arrearages in this case?
Yes, as far as the arrearages, I know he mentioned, Mr. Hargis mentioned that it would be through the end of March. And the next payment would be May 1st. So what happens to April?
April is still charged whatever he's, we normally we confirm the arrearages as of the end of the previous month. He's still obligated to pay the current child support. That is, this new support will commence on May 1st. So that's the way, basically just financial situation that they had to confirm prior to, but he still does have to pay the previous amount for this month.
Okay, I thought it was getting
The new
lost
amount
somewhere there.
takes effect May 1st. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right, as far as the payments, I'll confirm the arrearages as of March 31st. However, I'm going to change set medical payments on the child support arrears at $65 a month, and on the medical support arrears, $50, commencing May 1st. So child support is modified to $517. Medical support, which Ms. Alvarez is ordered to provide the health insurance for Victoria, $279, and $13.88 for the dental insurance. All these new payments that is to commence May 1st. I noticed that the previous order did provide for the non-disclosure of Ms. Alvarez's information, so that non-disclosure will continue in this order as well. And I believe Mr. Enfant did not have any objection to that. All right, anything else that we need to address, Mr. Hargis?
Your Honor, just for clarification, the child support was I thought it was $491, but did you want to change it from the $491?
Okay. I thought you had said 517 on the child support on the child support.
Well, that's when I was prorating it, Your Honor, but after you said you didn't want to prorate the cost of the health insurance, I had to do a recalculation. So
okay. All right, tell me what is the amount of the child support recommended after all the other obligations?
491.
491. Okay. Commencing also on May 1. Starting May 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Okay. That'll be the order of the court. Mr. Hargis, as far as the submission of the order, do you wish to poll the parties, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Alvarez, is it okay with you if I submit the order directly to the judge for his review and signature without first circulating it to the parties?
I just had a question. So because prior to that, you had said $82 monthly for the arrears and $75 for the medical, but that's changed as well?
Yes, ma'am, I'm changing that.
What were the amounts? I'm sorry.
65 on the child support arrears, $50 on the medical support arrears.
50 or 15?
50.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, ma'am, do you want to, okay, Mr. Hargis is going to prepare the order. Question is, do you want to review the order before I sign it, or can he go ahead and prepare it and send it to me directly?
Can I review it, please?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Lynn, also same question to you, sir. Do you want to review the order before I sign it, or is it okay for Mr. Hargis just to send it to me directly?
I don't know what to say. Like I said, all that my payment, I won't be able to afford that. That's how I was telling you guys earlier.
All right, Mr. Hargis will go ahead and circulate the order to the parties. I'm gonna set a entry of judgment. I want the order to be sent to me by next Friday, which is the 23rd. Entry of judgment, April 23rd, next Friday. All right, that should give enough time for the order to be circulated to the parties and have their signature. Otherwise, I'll enter that order on April 23rd. Okay. Is there anything else, Mr. Hargis?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Alvarez, do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Leonel, do you have any questions, sir?
Also.
All right. Very well. That concludes our hearing for today. Thank you all for your appearance today. That will conclude our hearing. Parties are excused.